Well, this is the Pattern 58 long sleeping bag, as issued to British forces, and it's got a number of really amazing features that have kind of made it the bag I'll be using for the foreseeable future. First out of the gate is, I don't know if you can see this, but the base is waterproof. Now the base of this bag is almost like having half a bivvy bag, like a proper, waterproof bivvy bag to sleep in. And the other thing about the waterproof base is it does seem to keep your back very warm, which is one of the hassles of a hammock. I'm well impressed with it. It's got a hood, and here we go. So you've got a waterproof hood underneath your head, and a padded hood. One of the other features of it, which really makes a difference in a hammock anyway, is this centre zip that goes all the way down to the bottom. Now it is a mummy shaped sleeping bag, but that actually helps it out as far as being in a hammock's concerned, rather than a square ended sleeping bag which I've been using up until now. It is really, really warm. It's supposed to be an Arctic 4-season sleeping bag, but I think that you'd need a liner when it gets really cold. But hey, stick around and you'll possibly get to see me in the snow. So yeah, the Pattern 58 sleeping bag. This one was actually given to me by an ex-serviceman who took it to the Falklands. To pack it up, it has toggle points at 3 points down the bag. I'm just going for one of those. There. And then it rolls up into the hood. Now there's no way I can do this with just one hand, so I'll roll it up and show you the size of it. And this is what you end up with. Not an entirely waterproof bag, but certainly showerproof, and your sleeping bag's going to need to be exposed to a lot more rain than just a light shower for it to get utterly soaked. I think this is going to end up being on the outside of my bag because it takes up a goodly amount of space inside. So it's about 1.5 foot across by 6 inches tall, 6 to 8 inches, well, about 10 inches tall by 20 inches. So yeah, it's, I'd have to say, very impressive. Although you are having to deal with bulk. It doesn't really weigh a great deal, and it does pack down far easier than most other bags. So I leave it to you. Pattern 58 sleeping bag. Cheap, a bit bulky, but a very, very impressive bag for sleeping in a hammock with. Well, this is my double D sleeping bag liner. Packs down to a very, very small pack. Sort of thing that would fit in a cargo pocket, or any small corner of your backpack that's still empty. I'm just going to open it out now. And what it is essentially a giant silk bag that will fit inside your sleeping bag, and although it looks extremely flimsy, it will add what people in campsite or camping shops refer to as another season. It'll actually increase the temperature of your body inside the sleeping bag by at least 5 or 6 degrees. So if you're having a chilly night, you can actually climb inside this bag and then get inside the sleeping bag, and it will keep you warm all through the night. I've used this on a couple of cold nights and I can thoroughly recommend it. You shouldn't really have to pay for more than £10 for one of these, and there's lots of different brands. The double D one's pretty good, you can order it off eBay. But yeah, a silk sleeping bag liner, it does the business far more effectively than something like a cotton or a fleece sleeping bag liner, and you can always make sure that you've always got it in case the temperature drops. Very easy to get into, very easy to use, and when it's really hot you can actually use this on its own instead of a sleeping bag. And that's it. The purpose of shelter is to keep you warm, dry and comfortable in the face of the elements, and that's why I prefer a hammock and tarp setup, purely because it's very, very comfortable It takes less than 10 minutes to set up once you're used to setting it up, and it gives you plenty of movement of air, and with a good sleeping bag you can be extremely comfortable in all weathers. I'm shooting this in sort of like the beginning of October, so it's like the autumn season in the UK, and last night's temperatures dropped to around 4 degrees centigrade. So that should give you an idea of how comfortable I am. It's not exactly freezing, but we'll see how this setup marches through and deals with the winter. So that's why I've concentrated on the hammock and tarp. It's the most comfortable way I've so far found outside of camping in a vehicle that you'll be able to survive out in the wilds.